Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. I have got a stout to review for you today, and it's a stout from Yorkshire-based craft monsters, Vocation, one of my favourites. And this is, it says it's a special edition on the can. Whether that just means it's a limited run, it's not going to be in the core range, I don't know. But it's called Knockout. Straight up stout, coming in at 6.6% ABV. Lovely, simple artwork on the can. Proper old school illustration of two boxers going at it, and the light catches. See, they've got gold shorts and gloves on. I like that. Simple but effective. So yes, a straight up stout, 6.6% ABV, little bit of flavour text on it. Knockout, a no nonsense, straight up export stout that packs a punch. We used speciality roasted malts and Sabro hops to deliver a beer that pours a jet black with knockout taste. Extra flavour text, rich, smooth and dark, bold flavours of coffee and dark chocolate with a subtle hint of coconut, rich and roasty with a lingering bitterness. Yeah, 6.6, Vocation, top brewery. Disclaimer, I had this beer at the recent Great British Beer Festival. Vocation were there. I really fancied the stout and I hadn't had it before. And I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. So much so that I went and ordered a couple from the Vocation website. I've got to say, I got this directly from Vocation. I think I paid $3.50 for a can, which I don't think is too bad. $3.50 a can. For a 6.6% stout. Yeah, as soon as I've opened that, it's a lovely aroma. Get the pouring it into my little Leviathan stout glass. Aggressive pour, so I'm getting a nice head on it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. Give that a 12 so you can see it. So there is Knockout, straight up stout. That has got a solid 2-finger tanned, coffee looking coloured head. And the rest of it is pretty much jet black. I'm not even seeing any red bleeding through the bottom of that. But yeah, the head is just starting to dissipate a little bit, but it's a compact, foamy, coffee coloured head. Let's get me snouting, get a proper aroma. Yeah, milky coffee, dark chocolate. And there is that touch, just that touch of coconut. And I remember drinking this. I was drinking this with Craig from Kent Beer Review. Shout out to Craig, hello mate. And I was drinking this stout, and the guy behind the bar didn't mention anything about the Sabro hops, and I had a half of it. Obviously at beer festivals, you've got to pace yourself. And I'd had about 3 or 4 mouthfuls. I suddenly thought to myself, I'm getting coconut. And I think Craig was drinking the same thing. And I remember saying to him, I said, are you getting coconut on this? And he went, I am now. And it was the same thing. It was like a creeper. Sabro hops were there, but they were subtle. It snuck up on you. I'm hoping the canned version is going to do the same, because I thought it was a beautiful balance, that they hopped it really nicely. But yeah, it's a lovely chocolatey coffee aroma. And there is just that touch of sort of like a slight sweet coconut vibe going on. It smells cracking. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. That is nice. It's a really nice stout. And I'm not normally a massive fan of Vocation stouts. I think they're certainly, for me, Vocation excel with their pales and their IPAs. But this is just a good stout. It's a good stout. There's no whistles and bells. They're not flavouring it with all sorts of crazy things. It's not barrel aged, so you're not getting like crazy wine aromas or flavours or barrel aged whiskey touches or anything like that. It is just a straight up stout. It's malty. There's strong coffee vibes. There's dark chocolate vibes. There's a lovely body to it. Nice, smooth, easy drinking texture to it. Glides down. Touch of carbonation on it as well. It's not completely void of carbonation. It's not like drinking syrup. It's light enough so that you get a bit of that carbonation, and that really helps throw around particularly the coffee flavours. That carbonation seems to enhance the sort of dark coffee, dark chocolate vibes. And still, I feel like it's doing the same thing that it did when I had it at the beer festival. I'm not quite yet getting those coconut vibes. Like I say, lovely. It's not quite medium bodied, but it's not thin. It's light, but yet coats the palate. Like I say, masses of dark chocolate, roasted coffee malts. Oh, it's lovely. And it lingers. There is a bitterness to it from that. More of the coffee and the dark chocolate that lingers. And all the while there is a sweetness to it. There is a sweetness that, I mean, I know it's Sabro hopped. I'm still not quite getting the Sabro hopped influence on this beer. Not yet. And I say, it's doing the same thing that it did at the Great British Beer Festival. It wasn't until I'd had a few mouthfuls of it, I suddenly thought to myself, I'm getting coconut. And I'm getting the feeling it's going to do the same thing as the more it kind of takes over my palate. But I'll tell you what though, it's a cracking stout. It really is nice. Really roasty. Lovely drinkability to it. And that lingering bitterness, I'm concentrating on it now. And it's now that I'm just getting a touch of those Sabro hop influence. There is a touch of coconut that seems to go really well with that sort of bitter, black coffee, dark chocolate vibe. It works really well. It's just subtly hopped, but it just does enough. I really like this. I really like this. This is one of the... it's probably one of the most easy drinking stouts I've had in a long time. And I've had it a couple of times now. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, I have to really be in the mood for a stout. I like a stout, but I have to be in the mood for it. I'm something of a seasonal drinker. I definitely drink more stouts when the weather gets a bit colder. As it is today, it's still warm. It's kind of in the low to mid 20s. Probably not the ideal weather for a stout, but I really fancied it. And this beer from Vocation makes it easy to drink in all weathers. It's just a very drinkable stout. If you've ever had the stout from Sierra Nevada, they describe it as kind of a West Coast stout. And that's down to the use of hops and the body and the malt. There's some stouts that are just too heavy, too dark, too rich to drink in kind of warm weather. This is a very drinkable stout. It's very easy going. It's complex enough for you to know that you're drinking a dark beer, but it's light enough to kind of stop you from getting a bit of a sweat on. You know, it's just a beautifully made stout. I love the artwork. I love the simplicity to it. I love the name. I love the artwork. It's another winner from Vocation for me. Yeah, you see, the closer I'm getting to the bottom now, that Sabro hop is becoming more prominent, and that slight coconut finish. I'm always getting a bit of vanilla with it now. Definitely dark chocolate, black coffee, roasted malts, and it lingers, and the back of your palate is just covered in it. Black coffee, dark chocolate, coconut, touch of vanilla. It's glorious. It really is lovely. It really is a lovely beer. I think Vocation have nailed it with this one. I really do. And it's kind of a release that's gone under the radar for me, because I didn't really know about it until I went shopping for the the Life and Death anniversary beers. But I saw it there, and then it was on tap, like I say, at the Great British Beer Festival, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've had it twice now, and I'm glad I got a couple of cans, because it's an absolute belter. And it's a lovely, lovely stout from Vocation. Knockout. 6.6% ABV, described as a straight up stout, and I tell you what, it's straight up fantastic. Brilliant beer. I'm going to give that a solid 9 out of 10. It's a great stuff from Vocation. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Until my next one, you take care.